Hi everybody, I am Naufal. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss regarding a very interesting topic, that is limitation and delimitation. What is the difference between limitation and delimitation? Most of the researchers are interchangeably using these two terms, but there is difference between limitation and delimitation. By watching this video, you will get a clear-cut picture regarding the difference between limitation and delimitation. So first we can see regarding limitation. So what is meant by limitation? Generally, what is meant by limitation? For example, not related to research, generally we can see climate. Is it possible to change the climate? If it is a rainy season or a winter season or a summer season, is it possible to change the climate? No, it is not in our control. It is not in our control. It is beyond the control of us. We can't control it, right? So you have to keep it in mind. Limitation means the thing that we can't control. So in research, what is meant by limitation? Same thing only, the thing that the researcher can't control, or the thing that is not under the control of researcher. The thing that is not under the control of researcher, or the thing that is beyond the control of researcher. I will give you the example so you will get a better idea what is limitation in research. Okay, in the beginning I told you regarding limitation, that is in general I have given the example, but in research what is limitation? You have to keep it in mind. The main thing you have to keep it in mind is the thing that is not under the control of researcher. For example, you are planning to do a study regarding to assess the attitude of teachers towards artificial intelligence. You are going to conduct a study regarding attitude of teachers towards artificial intelligence, that is AI. You are going to assess the attitude of teachers, and you are going to do the study in India. So we know India is a big country and so many schools are there in India. More than lakh of school will be there in India. So is it possible to cover the entire school and all teachers in India within limited period of time? Your course duration will be 2 years or 3 years. So is it possible to cover the entire schools in India as well as all teachers? You have to collect the data. It is not possible. So time is a limitation. Okay, so time is a limitation. You can't control it. With the limited period of time, you can't cover the entire country like India. So time is a limitation. Next, if you want to travel across India, large amount of money is required. So to travel across India, large amount of money is required. Sometimes you will not have sufficient amount of fund. Fund will be not there. So fund or money or budget is also a limitation. With this example, sometimes you have to purchase any equipments. That time also fund is not there. That is also a limitation. Your money, your fund, that is also a limitation. Now in India we know different states are there. With our example, in India different states are there. For different states, different governments are there, and there will be slight difference in the rule also. Okay, in the law also slight difference will be there. Sometimes you will not get permission from the authority to conduct the research. This study you will not get permission to conduct the study from the authorities, from the government. So ethical clearance you will not get. That is also a limitation, because rule you can't control it. Already a rule is there, that is not in your control. So that is also a limitation. Like that, literature review. You are going to conduct a study, and our example was attitude of teachers towards artificial intelligence. Maybe you will not get any study related to this topic. First time you are going to do this study. So there is no reference. Before you, no one has did a research related to this topic. So review of literature or literature review is also sometimes a limitation. You will not have a reference. First time you are going to do, so there is no reference for you. That is also a limitation. So always keep it in mind. Limitation in research means it is not under the control of the researcher. It is beyond your control. You can't control it. That is limitation. So what is meant by delimitation? Delimitation is just opposite to the limitation. Here it is not under your control, but in delimitation it is under the control of the researcher. In delimitation it is under the control of the researcher. The researcher is deciding what to include, what to exclude. The decision is taken by, or the decision is taken by the researcher. Okay, so the researcher have the control. With the same example I will tell you. Our study was a study to assess the attitude of teachers towards artificial intelligence. Right? So we have so many limitations. I told you what is limitation. Due to this limitation, what we are doing, we are setting some boundaries. We are setting some boundaries. That is delimitation. The boundary set by the researcher. We are setting some boundaries. For example, regarding the area or the place. In India, we are planning to do the study in Mumbai. We are selecting the area Mumbai only. So it is in the control of the researcher. You can decide whether you can do the study in Mumbai or else in New Delhi or in Bangalore or in Chennai. But you decided you will conduct the study in Mumbai in India. A particular place you have delimited. That means you set a boundary. From Mumbai only you will do this study. That is in your control. You have so many limitations. So what you did? You set a boundary or you set some restrictions. From here only from the teachers from Mumbai you will select for your study. Okay. And you can again delimit. In Mumbai also so many schools will be there. Among that private school will be there and government school will be there. So again you are setting a boundary. In delimitation, again you are setting a boundary that only from the private school teachers you will collect the data. In your study, you will include only private school teachers. You can include government also, but purposefully you are deciding only private school teachers. That is according to you only. You are deciding because that is in your control. Now again, private school teachers, again you can delimit, again you can set some boundaries. So many teachers are there and different teachers are teaching different subject. For example, biology, mathematics, geography or history. So you are selecting only the teachers who are teaching biology subject. Okay, that is also you are setting a boundary. The place is Mumbai. From Mumbai you have again delimited to private school only. Again you have delimited to the teacher who is teaching a particular subject, that is biology. Now again you can set a boundary or you can set a restriction. Teachers who are having more than 5-year experience. Okay, teachers who are having more than 5-year experience. That is also a delimitation. You are setting a boundary. Now again, gender wise also you can set the boundary. Only female teachers. That is delimitation. Delimitation means the thing that is under the control of the researcher. Here you can decide what to include and what to exclude. The decision maker is researcher in delimitation. But in limitation, you don't have any control. It is not coming under the control of the researcher. In delimitation, what you are doing? Due to many limitation. In a research, you will have so many limitation. So what you are doing? You are setting some boundaries. So delimitation means you are setting, the researcher is setting some boundary or setting some restriction to focus on the study. You can focus on your study. You are going to conduct a study regarding the attitude of teachers towards AI. Now you have to focus. If it is India means it is a big country, you can't focus at a particular place. Now you are delimiting. You can focus to your study. Only Mumbai, from Mumbai private school, teachers who are taking biology only. Again you can delimit according to the gender wise, female teacher only, and experience more than